This is a deep fake.
It's just Australian catchphrases. Just
this is the first
for a long time.
This is the first Turing test, Trent, and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. All right, the AI is now passable and confusable with the real human. All right, let's see how Gods does in this one. He's ready to rock. Game number 1. Let's go. We've got the draft.
All right.
So,
and that's a first ban. All
right. Yeah. If you look at the win rate. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, no, I was going to say they're doing the research. I just wanted to applaud it, right? I don't want to get mixed by the Arzen Ogre. That's not how I want to lose game 1. Get some offlane Ogre spamming his spells on me and I just lose. I'd be so sad.
They have 8 games of Ogre and they have a 75% win rate with both Ogre and Juggernaut. Okay? That's crazy. I don't even, like, they were first facing that Ogre and it just worked every single time. I know. Besides the offlane Ogre, they were playing a lot of 5 too. So they steal the Tusk.
10 seconds.
Another hero that Inverse plays a lot with. They have 6 games with the Tusk. 83% win rate. Wow.
Give me that.
I just sent Gods a message just to see what the deep fake says in response.
It's a good idea.
Talk to Godsbot. Just wanted to check in, kind of get a baseline.
You know, if he knows,
it doesn't help that Parker's name in the client is just blank. He's just inverse dot nothing. It's like, you're adding to my conspiracies here, David.
It's all coming together. Earth Spirit plus what? That's what I want. I want Earth Spirit in something.
Myers?
Oh yeah, Centaur is gone, so yeah. I'm into that. Although Earth Spirit and Myers is kind of a bad duo. Oh, now we're talking. It's Death Prophet.
Death Prophet.
That's it. Frost
is
on
AA
Frost.
on the rise? This is a second time today, and we haven't really seen Ancient Apparition at all. Trent, there were many a draft where you were calling for the AA, sort of like your silencer, and now you're finally getting one of them at least.
I'm a fan. I think that the harass tool is very frustrating. It's a surprise. Like, if you get rid of the Mars and the Centaur, it feels like these other offlaners can actually be bullied a little bit. And as if Bowie were a prophet, look who hath come. The winged wonder.
The beeper. Okay.
The mean green fighting machine.
Super annoying hero. Can definitely zone the Death Prophet. Even with the percentage heal, I think Death Prophet's still going to struggle if this is indeed position 5 Viper. And regarding AAs, it is actually like super popular in pubs right now. High Mar pubs. It's probably the 3rd most picked support. So, and with a really high win rate, 56% right now.
Yes, it is a crazy high win rate. And that's been trending upwards since the patch as well. And that's all brackets. That's how you know it's broken. When AA has a high win rate and all brackets, low level people don't hit the ulti, guys.
So what is it?
It's not even that they don't hit the ulti. They just use it on creep waves. I don't know what happens. Like, they get really, really anxious about missing creeps. So they just ult to get like 1 range creep in a wave.
So is it cold feet combos?
No, it means that Ice Vortex is broken.
The shard is really good. I think.
Was it.
It just stopping blinks, pushing waves. That was one of the biggest problems AA had. Like, you had to ult for some waves. Now you just press W and the wave pushes by itself.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So we saw Inverse playing a lot of that Juggernaut. Do you guys think Gorillaz-Pride is gonna take it, or take it as a ban, or will they just give it to Inverse? Because I think they're gonna third pick it.
I mean, they're banning all the stun combo. They want to ban it because they want a stun combo, like a CK or something, to actually make it worth.
Yeah.
And they literally just banned the 3. Okay. Oh, wow. We've had this question before.
What is the 4th hero?
Banned.
So Slark is almost like a halvesy because he's got the leash. It's not a stun, but
that's good. That's actually really good, I think.
Yeah,
you nailed it.
But you don't want to pick it that early, right? I think if they're gonna go Slark,
Gyro,
definitely not. Gyro, maybe.
You get the rocket.
Gyro's not bad. Maybe
they
even
used to play a lot of that with Quesadilla. Not sure if they still play it on Parker.
Any other one that has any kind of stun or root?
Nature's Prophet. You can do sprout plays, but
yeah,
I'm reaching. I know.
I mean, we're like getting into Faceless Void has a bash.
I mean, I guess
that's a
Luna
good duo.
has a 0.8 second stun.
Actually, what about
Dire
Monkey
team
King?
pick.
Is that an
Oh.
AA combo?
Oh, yeah, that's an AA combo.
Ever since they buffed it, surprisingly good, but it feels kind of sad versus support Viper, I feel.
Yeah.
With the Nether Toxin in the mid game.
I'm with you there.
Mm.
Okay, so we've got a couple of options. I think good bans, though, from Gorillaz-Pride. And they'll pick up Tiny. So another fine AA combo. Tosses, stuns.
Could be carry. Never
And
know.
the pride of the region. And it's the ultimate flex. He can play every role.
They can't stop themselves. They refuse to.
Addicted to Tiny, man. I tell you.
I actually think of Inverse when I see Ember. I guess their last game had an Ember. Fair enough. That's probably why.
I guess, this Ember is really good at dealing with the AA from afar. You do have that Flame Guard, so you don't care about
5
the
seconds remaining.
OT. I like this.
They just
I think
banned
it's a
Puck.
solid pick.
From Inverse too, so
Oh, yeah.
Cat notices that and says, perfect, thank you.
So I guess they can't really play COD on G-Pride unless they 3 the Viper. Oh, I love this
All
content.
right.
Yeah.
Another good one.
They could
Great
actually
against Ember.
DP or Kunkka mid.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. Although the Kunkka vs Viper 5 seems a little hard. Right?
Yeah, I
If
guess
the
it
Viper is
depends.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
probably. Can you Tiny versus the Ember? Probably not worth it.
5 seconds remaining.
Especially now you picked Kunkka, obviously. So
Yeah,
there's no real point.
Struggle. Yep. So they probably gonna pick an offlaner here. I guess they could pick their carry since it's more than likely gonna be DP Tiny offlane. What is?
Yeah. You want the hero that's not getting, or that you really don't want banned. That might be an offlaner though, because there's not a lot of good offlane heroes. Like if you want like Tide or Underlord, you probably have to pick it here. Those like higher value ones,
Mm-hmm.
But what do you want? What are they lacking? Building damage pretty severely. Slash
Radiant
Roshing.
Lesh Shrek maybe? No, they get their carry anyways.
Wow.
Speaking of Lesh.
But Dispel versus AA is pretty nice. Overall, not the easiest PL game, right? A lot of AoE damage.
Decent.
Heroes
not
that
good
fight
into Kunkka.
relatively early. Yeah, right. You like to be Kunkka against PL,
Yeah.
right?
That's like
Yeah, exactly.
that's a great
Yeah.
feeling.
5
So
seconds remaining.
I mean, even like DP, right? You throw out those Qs. Sometimes it helps find the real PL.
She's actually
Team
percentage-wise his worst matchup, according to pubs.
No.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed
extreme.
that either. That's very interesting. Probably.
I think
the
it's just
Siphon?
because
The silence too. Like
Yeah.
you can really pick on him before he gets Manta, and he kind of wants to buy Diffusal before Manta. So I could
losing
sort of see
towers
it.
too. She just has a,
Yeah, you can
a wide
invade.
toolkit that covers them.
Yeah,
So what's the other carry they take out here? What are
I
you
still really
afraid?
like Slark. I know I said it before, but I'm
10
even like against
seconds
Ember, they've already got a lot of catch. A lot of
Slark-
carries are banned here,
5
so
seconds remaining.
we're limited.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
looking
they're
at
gonna-
Kunkka's numbers. That makes way more sense. My bad. Death Prophet is not his worst matchup. It's Ember.
Yeah, I was
obviously.
kind of
Okay.
confused, but I don't,
Okay.
I didn't want to
Yeah,
say
okay.
anything.
Yeah, no. Please always correct my friend.
Well, it's one of those like I questioned it, but I don't have any data to really.
yeah.
No, Trent.
Guys,
no
this is why you
way.
always double check your facts
Yeah.
before saying them live on the air. 'Cause that will be irresponsible.
This is why real sports have professional fact checkers.
Can you imagine?
Professional.
I can't wait. What with TI-20? You
Is
get
that
the
right?
guy
I
in
believe
your
you
ear,
meant
Trent?
traditional sports, not real sports. Dota is a real sport.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm real.
Physical sports.
Parker's real, we think. All right?
All
We're
right,
not
yeah.
sure. We're not sure.
We're not
Dire
positive.
team back.
Listen, I don't want to get into some metaphysical debate about what's real and what's not, man. All right.
Gyro was a good one. That was a good band. Because we talked about that with AA, yeah. Gyro Troll were actually sick bands.
You know, Timber is also a really good band. If they ban Bloodseeker here, they are 100% picking Slark. Ban the Bloodseeker inverse.
10
Come on,
seconds
just do it.
remaining.
I actually kind of hate how banning all these heroes to the AA made the PL so
5
good.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. I hope they.
Radiant team pick.
I actually hope they Monkey King on Universe. It's
That looks
reasonably
good,
good
too.
versus Phantom Lancer, and it makes their lane. I don't think you want to have this AA and have no stuns to work with it. I think it just makes the AA total garbage. He's just gonna feed the rest of the game if he doesn't get
seconds
enough kills
remaining.
in the laning stage or assists.
I do like Monkey King as well.
5
I'll put him up there in my Slark category, but I still like the old leash strat, you know? PL's running crazy. Put the cat on a leash, take her for a walk.
Okay. It's like fine.
Oh, you
What about
can't
Al?
doppel out of the leash, all right?
What about Alchemist with Kunkka?
I thought about it. Oh, you mean
It could be
did they
fine.
ever play
Like
that?
4 inverse.
With no, I just saw an inverse, but like with the damage reduction and everything, it'd be interesting.
Radiance,
yeah.
Alk.
Sounds okay. So it's probably a support Viper, and we're looking at an offlaner here.
Mm-hmm.
Is Underlord, that kind of still stands out to me. They need something sort of tanky. I know they need push, but I don't know if we can get that out of this pick.
Oh, I like
It's
this.
no push,
This
but
is really
great
good,
with
actually.
the Ember.
Yeah.
Great with the PL. Yeah, great with Tusk.
They just need
Lawnmower.
some huge hero, like some Spectre thing or whatever. They like this game's going late. They're not going to push on the enemy team. You guys have some push. I like the Alchemist. I think
I hope they don't pick Anti-Mage. That's all I'll say.
5 seconds remaining.
they might.
Oh, man, I just hope they don't.
Why not?
It's not the worst AM
There's
game.
Viper,
There's not that
your-
much
your
control.
AA is gonna feel so bad the whole game.
Well, but the AM is going to feel okay for most of the game, so I think it might be a worthy trade-off, bud.
I don't know, like if the Viper just pukes on him, all of that magic damage. Actually, I like.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like this. It's better. It doesn't have a stun, but I think it's better overall. Can lane versus the Darkseer because of the sustain.
I'm into it. 2 AoE silences. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty solid. It doesn't combo that well with the Ancient Apparition. I kind of look at AA and just go, man, I wish this was a Grimstroke right now. But
Yeah.
it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I do think the Bloodseeker is a nice fit for Parker. You know, it comes online kind of early, plays well in the lane, something that he can be aggressive on. I get the vibe that Parker's a guy that does like to fight more so than just farm. He's a little bit more of an aggro kind of one. So I like it. I'm
It's
happy
also-
there. Miggy Kunkka.
Ice Vortex doesn't affect pure damage too, so that's disappointing, right? It's only magic.
Yes.
That said,
it does.
the Bloodseeker can Q the AA and amplify all of that damage.
True.
All right. The tiny too. I think it's actually really strong with the tiny Tombo,
Yeah.
as Gareth would put it.
You're right, Trent. It feels like they kind of just picked this Bloodseeker in reaction to the 5 heroes of Gorillaz-Pride, not really in synergy with what they have. But that could be okay. Bloodseeker kind of works that way, right?
I think the tempo is very good. I like that the pace of the game that Bloodseeker wants to play, I think is nice versus what Gorillaz-Pride have. But having said that, I think Gorillaz-Pride just look like they have like what I would call like I don't have a good term for this, like kind of combo picks. Like they have a lot of really good combos. They have Darkseer Ember, Darkseer PL. They have this like Tusk Ember where they have like a crazy amount of physical damage that just comes out. Very well spread damage. Like sure, they don't hit towers. That's definitely their largest flaw. But outside of that, they cover a lot of really good bases here. Whereas Inverse just look like to me that unless they win their lanes and have that snowball potential, which they could get, their team fights look kind of hard to execute. Whereas they just need to hit like a semi-decent vacuum, and Gorillaz-Pride will probably win their fights.
Yeah, I totally agree with Trent. The only thing I'm afraid here is that in the past maybe 3 or 4 games of Gorillaz-Pride, I always looked at their draft and I thought, okay, this draft is superior, and yet they find a way to just like not make it work.
That's happened.
Draft-wise, I think Gorillaz-Pride is doing really well. I just hope they, sharped those big-game decisions because they did not play well their last series.
I'm going to make the emotional call. I think Inverse are going to do it. I think this team is the dark horse. This is their time. They're going to make this crazy run. The storyline will come true. We'll see them get pummeled in the upper division in the next season of DPC, and I can't wait to see it start here. Gary, Theben, you're up. Bloodseeker last pick. How do we feel about Parker?
How do we feel about Parker? Yeah, he's not on his gyro, his juggernaut. He's got a Bloodseeker here now. Theben.
Whoa, check out the chat.
What's going on? Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Tau.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
It's on already.
Bit spicy.
The all chat, that's the ultimate bad manner right there. Where's your sportsmanship like there, Towel? What is this?
What else been happening in the pubs? Man, yeah, Parker, he's defending himself. He's not stupid. Man,
30
well,
seconds
we'll
to
see that battle actually play out in this game. Best of 3 still to go. You know, it's starting things off strong there from Tao. Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
I mean, you know what? He's probably feeling really confident looking at his draft. I would feel confident too if I'm G Pride. This looks like an easy game for G Pride. Like, I don't even know, Gary. If I was to like bet my house on one of these teams right now or on their drafts, like if both teams were of equal skill level, I would take G Pride all day.
Like, what factors are you looking at there? Is it like Phantom Lancer coming out mid-game, Ember Spirit making space? Lightning
Darkseer
stage?
Ember is some good stuff. Darkseer Tusk is some good stuff. You got the Viper to be able to remove the passive of the Bloodseeker or the Tiny if he runs in. To be honest, like, the thing that I like the least on G Pride's lineup is the Viper. And that says a lot because this hero has been incredibly good even as a 5. And it has good value in like getting the breaks going, right? Maybe it could have been a save hero or someone who can dish out a little bit more burst damage. It would have made G Pride's lineup a little bit better, but I like this lineup from G Pride here.
Well, Cat's already putting the pain onto Arzen's DP, but that toss back into the Spirit Siphon, and we know how slow this Viper is. He has to Fairy Fire. Phantom Lancer with another lance in towards Arzen. He's going to try and walk it off. One more touch, so they do get the 1-for-1.
Yeah, well, you know, PL does get all the XP for that DP kill, plus gets to stay in the lane farming. If they could actually get another kill on this Death Prophet as she TP's back bottom, that could be the game-winning play here. Cat also waits for the Wraith Band.
Brought up a Bracer on the DP. So, you know, gets the first blood, buys the Bracer, a bit tanky now in this lane.
Yeah. We'll probably see PL wait for level 3 though before they try to commit onto Arzen once again, or wait for Arzen to use the Spirit Siphon offensively.
And then I put towards top. Yeah, Dismar.
Flax again.
Snowball.
He's done it. They're doing it.
He catches that slot. They're going in. Oh, yeah, Cat. He's dropping low. The Avalanche is coming. AA is also dying by the Roche Pit. Slaw and Cat, the position 5s, dying very quickly.
Okay, well, I was hoping that the Viper would be the one going on to the DP, but it looks like he's the one who got caught.
Oh, I guess he's taking a beating down bottom now. But yeah, you're right. Yeah. Like, you'd expect Arzen to be the one that gets punished a little bit after TPing to that lane again. And in fact, it's Cat that just oversteps his bounds.
Mid-lane, Tao?
Yeah,
he's very low. He got hit with the
already building up.
Oh, boy.
He's got the bottle up now, though.
He's got a Fairy Fire, too. He's okay.
Yeah, that Fairy Fire. Goodness. But yeah, the overall game, you know, coming out of that draft, we didn't have much time to kind of go over your thoughts on that. Inverse, very reliant on hitting their level 6s, it feels like. The Blink on Tiny. They do have a lot of firepower once they get their ultis going. But I really do feel that Gorillaz-Pride, like you said, it's that ability just to weather the storm. Wait for the first 20 minutes, your Phantom Lancer becomes untouchable, and then there's really, you know, limited responses outside of a Kunkka Radiance, for example.
Yeah, Kunkka Radiance, Ashivas from the Death Prophet, Bloodseeker, Mjolnir. If you can hit these timings, sure, you can actually battle up against the PL, you can even beat the PL. But if the Phantom Lancer plays a very solid game, you know, takes advantage of his mid-game timings, especially with the Darkseer Ion Shell and the wall combos, you're not going to be able to get to that point where you have this Radiant Shivas. So that's what we're looking for here from G Pride. Just playing the solid game, play for the XP. And Greedy is off to a great start. Look at the last hits on top lane. I don't know what's going on here, but Bloodseeker should not be behind the Darkseer in this lane. Like, this is a very easy lane for the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, the AA kind of tracked back. Like, Dismar dragged the wave, AA followed him, and then died. So you had the kind of 1v1 between Darkseer and Bloodseeker, where it seems like Parker is having a few struggles. But just to add on to your point, right? G Pride, it's not that full protect one that we've seen a lot of. They've got 5 heroes who can actually fight and create space for themselves. You know, Ember Spirit is one of those great heroes who can scale, but his mid-game timings, you know, around level 7, level 8 in particular, he can go hunting for people with iron shells on him, with tag teams and snowballs.
Oh yeah,
got so much ability to get on top of people and just slay them.
They have some decent amount of lockdown on Inverse, but none of that lockdown is good against Ember now, is it? Because he can just pretty much slight Remnant out. Like, if he gets X-marked or anything like that, it's just really rough to be able to keep him down. So we're going to look for Miggy to try and win this lane out so he can just make Tao have a bad start to the game.
He's having difficulties, though. Yeah, Tao spamming out these slice of fist, and he's also got that early point in the chains. Really putting a lot of damage onto him. It's down bottom. It looks like Cat did get tossed back and out of position again. The Viper dies. He's tanking so much here for Argus, but the Phantom Lancer just can't stay in this lane when he loses his support.
Yeah. And he does have a TP available though on Viper, so he should be able to come back bottom and heal. Migi mid, he's dead. Oh no.
Wait, they were both.
Oh no. Well,
They were both so low.
We know who's the better mid because this is legit like a 50-50 matchup. It all comes down to skill. So
And he's
Tal,
slaughtering
you
it.
know, yeah, he's playing with his bottle and his fairy fire. Buys that early Blightstone for the lane.
Oh, is he trying to steal this rune? Flax with a tombo.
Huge
Kills
kill for
off the
Tal.
Ember Spirit.
Huge kill. He's level 4 now.
So important.
He just wanted to go and get that bounty rune.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And then Tusk, did he just stack that camp? Yeah, Tusk stacked a dire camp. A massive jungle being built up on that inverse side of the map now. And when you've got heroes, you know, like we're saying, this Ember Spirit, this Darkseer, they're good at scrapping and fighting and these little skirmishes, but they're also pretty handy at stealing out some of these early stacks too. Even just fighting around them. There's another
Again?
Tombo bottom. Kills
Yeah,
off that
level 4.
PL.
I don't think he expected so much damage to come out of the Tiny. Yeah, he's already level 4, 4 minutes in on a support. Top
There's
lane.
3 range creeps there.
Oh,
God.
Parker's dead. Alright, you know.
Both these side lanes, they're just tragic for the position 1s.
Yeah, but the person benefiting the most out of all this is Greedy, right? He's got 34 last hits, 101. He's getting all these mana items or mana region items. He's going to be able to get to his level 7 fast and keep farming. You know what happens when we see a farm Darkseer? Just destroys team fights.
Yeah, and Phantom Lancer is, you know, okay, he's died once, his farm is struggling a little bit, but it always feels like he's that carry hero that can go into the jungle, not really care about the first 7 minutes of the game. Laning stage is like, whatever. While Bloodseeker, he does need a leg up. You know, he needs that early stage to go pretty well for himself so he can start snowballing and getting into the action. Oh god, Greedy cleared out a stack as well. He's 2,800 net worth, 5.5 minutes in. Arcane boots up, and they go for an avalanche toss play on the Viper. Cat turns, puts a bit of damage onto Arzent, who's on a killing spree. It's 9 stick charges here for the PL, but they've got an urn going on him. He's going to walk it off, and the help of Dismar's there to guard him. So Inverse can't chase him under the tower.
This bottom lane has been very embarrassing, especially for Cat. I think he just keeps getting caught out and getting tossed back. Just that first death was, okay, you know, you got surprised because of the toss back, but the second death just completely ruined this bottom lane.
It's a
So
bit,
the PL is going to have to play catch up this game, Gary.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Zyro was talking about diminishing returns earlier on. 4 of the 6 kills Inverse have, they're on Cat, the position 5, right? Like, yeah, you're getting a bit of gold, but you're not getting these real prime targets. I can't wait for them to go into that top jungle, though, honestly. There's real huge build-up of stacks there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a lot. My god.
Oh, they're going to go on flanks bottom. This time, Cat, not caught out of position, gives a kill to the Phantom Lancer, and they're actually
Apparition
TPing the
TPing
AA
too.
down bottom. Arson wants to finish off Cat. Gets turned on a little bit, and now out of mana. Chased down by the Phantom Lancer. Courier's arriving, he's got boots, he's got no 1 charges, and the Remnant rotation in from town, gets the slight chains, and now this is a streak. This is a streak to take on one of your core heroes, but you've got to finish her off. Arzen's into the trees, has a salve and an urn charge to play around with. Trying to hide, but yeah, inevitably found out by the PL and the Ember.
Tal take the kill too.
350 gold, though.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, the PL getting the XP and having this free lane, that's probably even more valuable for him right now. Just that freedom to be able to push this lane out, kill off the catapult, so Inverse can't come down here and pressure the tower. Then he can just go straight into the jungle. Again, G-Pride, you know, they just got this lineup that wants to play for the experience, get their levels up, and hit that mid-game timing as quickly as they can.
Well, Miggy is about to go from 6th place
he's
in net
farmed
worth
it.
up to like 3rd in a second. He just cleared the large stack. He's still got the medium count to go. Arcane Rune with the Tidebringer makes it so easy. And it's around the neutral item timings as well. Dismar's come up and he's like, oh, I stacked one of these camps. Where's it all gone? Disappeared.
And game salvaged for Miggy, thank you. Slaw.
PL having to get away from this. Tiny DPAA going under the tower, throws another lance, he knows he's dead, so chucks a few spells their way for good measure as the DP Exorcism Starts shredding through Cat. It's a good snowball save, and actually
Very
a
good
jump onto
snowball.
Slaw's AA. Beautiful
wow.
play to turn around onto Arsen as well, onto the tower with the tag team. Dismar has no spells left, though. Arsenal depleted, and a double kill for the Death Prophet, and as no additional rotations came. And
That
Town
was
doesn't
actually
have
a
a TP.
very good. I mean, considering they used the Exo and it looked like Inverse were going to dominate that fight because they went on the PL first. That was a pretty good trade, Gary.
Yeah.
And the PL's
And they're
back
gonna come
bottom. I
in.
mean, Arsen should be.
TP's
Arsen
diving.
should be scared.
All the
Okay, he's
ghosts.
got the heal.
Heal the Death Prophet back up. Couple of one charges. Dismar dead. A killing spree built up again for Arsen, who is 8-2-1. 8 minutes in, he's got a kill a minute. Can the Viper close in on this? No, the Tiny's too nearby, and Cat, he stepped forward. Oh, over eager, over aggressive. The toss on the PL, though, they focus Argis instead of the Cat Viper. Flax. He's got an avalanche, so he can try and hold them back, and another Spirit Siphon comes up. But DP losing her tiny body to the PL illusions, but an X-Mark boat is perfect from Miggy. Try and drag
No,
him,
it's
but the
not.
dodge. Doppelganger.
dodged.
Outplayed.
Arsen's
Perfection
dead
be
too.
damned. And Cat is going to give his life to kill off the Arsen DP. What a trade for trade, non-stop. It's 10-11. What is going on? We've got 2 kills a minute. 21
There's so many
kills in
trades.
9.5 minutes of gameplay. This is insanity.
It is, and this is all benefiting G-Pride though in the end. Cause look at this Viper, he's level 6. He was like what 1-4 or 0-4 or something. Nice,
He was
2-7,
0-4, yeah.
level 6. Everything's fine. He's got more net worth than the Tiny and the Apparition. Then you got this Phantom Lancer, who's got his Power Trez and Blade of Alacrity going, and he survived that onslaught bottom. So feels pretty good so far. Darkseer, just check out what he's doing up here. Almost level 9 now. He's about ready to be able to join team fights.
What's he going to have? Like a
If needed.
13-minute Aghanim Scepter or something?
It's gonna be ridiculously fast. That's all I know. And this
God.
Ember Spirit also playing for his levels. He's almost got that maxed out Slight plus Flame Guard, and then you throw an Ion Shell onto him.
Oh, yeah.
With the Ags, he's gonna destroy every engagement. Again, you don't have that much disables on Embers.
And you kind of know that Kunkka wants to save towards Relic and Radiance, right? You know, he could think
Yeah.
about Armlet or Assange or BKB even, but he wants that Raddy, so he's going to be keeping a lot of money locked up. And this is the perfect time for Tau to start opening up the map, right? He's a level 9, almost 10 Ember Spirit, maxing out all his skills, like you said, and he can absolutely catch people out.
Dire's top tower
They just gotta keep playing with the Darkseer now on G-Pride. Or the Darkseer needs to be playing with his team.
But he spent Slight. He can try and Remnant. It's a pretty slow one. Dragged back into that Torrent, and the Cold Feet holds him in place.
Wait, why
Town
any
just-
Remnant there?
Chain disable them. I'm not too sure, honestly. Maybe he felt that it was
Interesting.
foregone conclusion.
I did not expect him to die to
neither.
this combo. And that wasn't even Ice Blast, right? He didn't even use it.
Nope. No
Was
boat,
he even
no Ice
level 6
Blast.
there? I don't think he was, yeah.
Well, he's 6
There we
now. Good snowball. Yeah, he's really on the money with this. Gets away from the Torrent. The Ice Blast allows Cat to rope in onto the Kunkka under the shards. Tiny's got a Tombow with a boat onto them. The 2 supports caught
Oh,
out
the
there from
Darkseer.
G-Pride. And Darkseer silenced. He vaxed them, but the Ghosts are going. He's trying to surge himself away. The Urn, the final Crit Swarm will take him down as a Rupture comes out from Parker. Bloodseeker's in onto the Ember Spirit. This is the aggression, the scrappy fighting that Inverse needs to get right. There's a toss back, Remnant over, jumping around. Tau, he wants the Kunkka real bad. Another Sleight of Fist
Yeah,
might
the
finish
fight.
the job. He gets it,
Oh, wow,
but
he
the
gets
Ghost to
him.
the finish. The double kill for Arsen. They bring everybody into that mid lane, kill off 4 heroes, and now they can push into the tier 1.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
G-Pride just playing way too reactionary, especially after the Ember died. You need to be there at the start, right? Like, if you're gonna help him out, if you're gonna try to save him, just start TPing in right away, especially the Darkseer. I feel like he should just play with this Ember the whole time. They haven't used this Ion Shell on this Ember once yet in this game, and it's already 12 minutes in.
Yeah, now Kunkka, I see he's got 2,500 gold saved up. He finally switches the Bracer into a Radiance in his quick buy. We all knew that's where he was heading anyway. But you've got 3 Dire Heroes, top 3 of the net worth now.
That's big for Inverse here, but they got to keep on going with it. They can't stop with their lineup. They got to
Very
keep
true.
on fighting. The Exorcism is on cooldown. Tiny has only 1,150 gold right now, so a long ways away from the Blink Dagger, but they can't stop fighting.
Keep running
They
out.
got to keep going at this pace. And we see a smoke out from Tusk and the Ember, but Dark's here. Greedy, come on, buddy. Go with your 2 tanky boys. It's
Go join
not
him.
the time to be just jungling only. This kind of frustrates me when I see Darkseer just AFK jungling. Like you gotta utilize that early Ion Shell damage.
Well, they don't get the chains onto Arzen until after the fact. He's going to Spirit Siphon and a Bloodright Ice Blast landing onto the two of them. Where's your Darkseer, guys? He is farming jungle and they picked off X-Mark with a boat. The cold feet won't snap him in place, but there's Miggy. Catching out Greedy with a good torrent as well, and yeah, he's absolutely dead. 3 heroes in a row.
Under attack.
It's as if both those 2 melee dudes were Ion Shelled, that Death Prophet would be dead.
Yeah, well, they slight chained him as well.
Radiant's middle tower.
This is so frustrating for G-Pride. Like, they know they're strong, but they don't know what's going on. Why can't they win these fights? And that's because you're just not going together. You're not utilizing the strength of your lineups, you know? I've seen so many games with Darkseers, like, for example, China, whatever, right? As soon as that Darkseer has that level 4 Iron Shell, he just doesn't lead the core that he can play with.
He's
He
like a
wants to keep
Magnus.
fighting.
Just empowering
you
them.
just follow. They will get you your farm. You just Iron Shell them. They go in, they kill someone. Sometimes your Iron Shell gets the kill for you, and suddenly you get 300 gold out of nowhere. Or they're just on a creep wave. They kill the creep wave. You get gold.
I mean, what do you reckon in this game? Like, we very often talk about how many team fights a team needs to kind of win the game or secure and cement a position in this. Like, Inverse, they've won 2 team fights in a row. You know, they've got the ball rolling. But it feels like they need an infinite number of those to stay in contention against the PL. Whereas G-Pride, would you put a number on it?
They need to win fights until they hit the Radiance and the Shivas.
Okay.
That's the 2 big items for Inverse, right? Radiant, Shivas, and maybe Mjolnir for the Bloodseeker as well. As soon as they hit those, like if they win 1 team fight, like G-Pride is just out of it. But G-Pride, like, if they win 1 team fight now, they can control the entire map just because of how quickly they can push all the lanes out and get to the next kills on the map. Like, their mobility is absurd. With Surge and Fire Remnant and Phantom Lancer, Phantom Rush. So, Inverso, they're on the right track right now. Just gotta get to this Radiance without Miggy dying. He's been doing a good job so far. He's got that relic going. Very good timing so far for him.
Super good. I'm glad you said that. Like, 1 or 2 team fights for G-Pride really could start to put them in a good position. Tau silenced. Dodges the Bloodright, though, and he gets a good slight chains. Remnants off to safety. Ice Blast not going to shatter him. And a Snowball from Dismar offers up himself. For the safety of Tau, but it's not really safe, though, because in comes the Flax Tiny combo. He walked out of the trees, and he didn't TP home because he didn't have any mana for it. Oh, now they're going to go into mid.
Like
X-Mark boat, surged up dunks.
I've seen this movie before.
It just comes crashing down on them.
Yeah, it's Tusk and Ember trying to do something together, then they die, and then they go hunt the Darkseer. We saw this movie like 3 times now.
It's a level 13 DP. She's got 2 points in Exorcism for Roshan already.
Yeah, it's pretty dead, Rosh. And that's going to be an Aegis for the Bloodseeker. I mean, you can give the Aegis to Kunkka as well, because he's going to have Radiance. And he just wants to go into the middle of the fight, right? With the Radiance. So that might be a better option even, especially with the Bloodseeker having finished his BKB. Oh, no, not BKB. He went Sanj. Okay, never mind. I thought he was going for BK.
Tower.
Me too. I generally went to go click on the courier while you were talking about that.
Yeah, I guess he's going for the Sanj and Yasha and took the Aegis here. But I think I would have loved to have seen the Kunkka with the Radiance this game. Because they don't want to kill this guy because he's got the Aegis. And then he's going to be in the middle of a fight with the Radiance, destroying your Phantom Lancer.
Perpetual damage.
So they got the Aghanims in 20 gold. And then now, after they get the Ags, they're going to be like, okay, guys, it's time to fight. We hit our timing.
We're strong again.
We're strong. No, not strong again. We're strong now. That's what they're saying, right? Because
Finally.
They apparently didn't think they were strong when Darkseer had level 4 Ion Shell.
Yeah. Well, they're moving into this Roche pit area. Okay, well, Roshan's already dead. They've got no vision to play in that top part of the map, and they see Miggy down bottom, and they're going to realize very quickly now that everybody from Inverse is down in that bottom third of the map. Tier 1 play mid, probably. Oh, that ward. Oh, it's been countered by the creeps. There was a preemptive sentry that's expiring in 5 seconds.
That's the first, like, real big play G-Pride are trying to make and completely fails here. Tau.
Ember.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah,
I
spends
mean, he
his
should
slight
feel good.
chains.
He's got a lot of HP.
That's an Arcane Rune Radiance Kunkka now, though.
Yeah,
He's going to be able to spam out these X mark. In comes the tiny combo with that Blink Dagger. Freshly shown off. And yeah, Tau Silence. Going to cruise through him. Look for the Dismar Tusk. Arzent's also hunting for any heroes left behind. And Cat, you know, this slow old Viper actually gets caught out before he can get into the trees. Another X mark. Me just keeps it going. Chucks the boat on him. I'll be able to bring him back. Can't TP home.
All right. Well, there's another problem looming for G-Pride as well right now, is that the Ember has opted to go for a Desolator while not winning and dominating this early mid game as he should have been. Greedy. Looks pretty dead.
Great toss back. Yeah, this tiny Blink makes the debut in that mid lane fight. Snowball in from Dismar, but he's been X'd and torrented under a Blood Right. And this game has gone from 10 to 11 at 9.5 minutes to now 11:26 at 19. So there's been a 9-minute period where G-Pride have only got 1 kill.
And the problem with this Ember going for the Deso here too, Gary, is that now he doesn't have BKB. He just gets destroyed by one silence of the DP.
Yeah. No Yules, no BKB, like no Maelstrom to accelerate his farm. Minus Armor's pretty good when you got a PL on your team, but you need your PL to be, in the fight and alive doing damage. And this...
chain under the tower.
Oh, the Yule Scepter required out from the Death Prophet. Flax close to death as well. Time to retreat. Everybody's too low. They chip away a bit of the tier 3, but a bit of an over-eager high ground push only 20 minutes in.
Let us fight.
At this point,
they're just gonna back off. I mean, they don't have to rush anything, right? They used the X already. They got the entire map under control. Just take the outpost, farm it up some more. Look at this Kunkka. He's having a jolly old time now. Got an Ogras coming out, making his way towards a BKB. They almost have like 3 cores as farmed as this Phantom Lancer. And PO can't seem to do anything because Inverse are hitting their timings way faster than they should.
It's been so fast. The
Oh,
smoke
Miggy,
is
here
broken.
it is. Out of position.
They get onto the Kunkka, but the Ice Blast, tiny Avalanche toss, the big combo with the Blood Right in the boat. And it's in onto Dismar. They get the initial pick-off. Flax is going to get caught out by the Phantom Lancer as Parker, he tries to chuck some spells onto the PL. He's got the Rupture onto the real one. The Age is going to be claimed up here soon, but no, he's regened up. He lifesteals off the PL, killing him in a double for Parker. He gets changed, but he's so speedy. He's moving forward, and he just finally claims. Slaw Arzent, look at the backstab and the 2-hero silence on that level 4 DP silence is so long. 6-second duration. Ember Spirit on the run. What's his plan now? Slight chains, Remnant away? You can't do that. You've been X-marked up. Tau, you can try and outplay with a Remnant up to high ground, but he's stuck there now. Another Remnant, the Radiance Burn, the Torrent is going. They get the vision and the kill.
All right, Gary, pack it up. It's time to go home. G-Pride, that was their one chance to try and blow this Kunkka up while he's really out of position and his teammates are not there yet. But they just couldn't do it. They had to drop everything. Just drop the wall, drop every point of damage that you have into this one hero. It does not matter. Like, don't hold back. And instead, Inverse just able to get that bolt buff off. They're so tanky. Bloodseeker just manning up into the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer is playing into a Radiance plus his Maelstrom, and he just can't stand his ground.
Yeah.
He needs like a heart now, and he needs this. And he's going for the shard first too, so he's going to be very late to that heart.
And that was a fight without Exo as well. So the next time we go for Inverse, we're potentially looking at both of the top towers going. Maybe the tier 2 mid if they want to angle towards that direction. And Roshan is still 2.5 minutes away from even fast spawning. So plenty of time here for Inverse to maneuver on the map and keep G-Pride locked into their side. Oh, nice little DD rune for Kunkka too. Group up with his squad. They've got a smoke on Tiny. And yeah, they're just going to go ram straight back into G-Pride in a sec. BKB timing's hit. Go time. Roll straight up into that Radiant Triangle.
Right, they're asking their team to just come here, sit on this high ground. Don't run away from the high ground, guys.
He's been left alone.
Where are you going?
Tusk has just been left alone. They see the Ember Spirit. X-Mark, interesting little toss back. They've hit him with the Ice Blast. They don't finish him off though. DP is so speedy. Gets straight on top of him. No snowball safe going. Dismar now trapped there around the Dire Vision.
That was very awkward because G-Pride were pinging. They're like, guys, they're going to come into this high ground. Let's beat them right here as soon as they walk up. and Darkseid just ran away. He walked up, and then they were not able to get any wall combos off at all. Because that could have been the way that they could take the team fights, right? Get the Radiance for yourself, get them on the high ground, get the massive slight with the wall into a shard.
Yeah,
They're going to be conceding a lot more of this map now.
It looked like they were set up for a fight, and everyone just scatters out. And I wonder what the there's a call from the Phantom Lancer saying, "Hey, I want to go push this bot lane," whatever it was. Miscommunicated by the squad. 10k lead now for Inverse. Yeah, they really are just collapsing in onto every single objective they can claim. And Cat's Viper, 3-9-6 right now, hasn't really felt like a hero since laning stage. And even then it was a struggle. But he's warding, he's got a gem and a 4-staff, he's out there getting as much vision as he can.
He definitely had a very rough laning stage because of his misplays and getting caught up by the Tiny, but I can't really say the mid game has been his fault, to be fair. This hero can do a lot if he has his team running at his opponents and he just gets to play behind his teammates. Hasn't really had the opportunity to do that.
Just a quick little callback to what we were saying before about, well, maybe not. Tusk has been used. Arzen. There's a TP out. Can we get the X mark from Miggy? Oh, there's an avalanche from Flax to cancel it first. Toss him, torrent him. He's being bounced around on a bloody trampoline. But yeah, we talked about how the Phantom Lancer is kind of potentially the king of this game, and he needs that bit of room to farm up to his items. The fact that Inverse have hit everything so much faster, like you mentioned, the Radiance, I mean, we don't have a Shiva's Guard just yet, do we? But is there a point in time where PL... Is there a point in time where PL's like, okay, it's my time to shine, like 40 minutes in, 50, 60?
Oh, no. PL's time to shine has long gone.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and Miggy has hit his Radiance, and they're like completely dominating this map. They got triple BKBs up.
And they found this Darkseer in the jungle. Speedy Surgy boy. Doesn't matter.
What happened, Gary, is when G-Pride didn't go together and fight and, you know, try to keep Inverse down, they just became punching bags. G-Pride, that is. So Inverse just like playing the normal game, they're getting some picks, they're reacting properly, and then they just naturally allow themselves to get to their items at a good time, plus some more because of those kills that they got. Where G-Pride were focused too much on farming and farming for items that were not going to be relevant to the state of the game that they were in. So it's like Inverse are the ones who were supposed to be farming, and G-Pride is the one who's supposed to be attacking after the laning stage, and it just didn't happen that way.
I mean, sometimes it's all right to think we'll focus on our game and, you know, let the enemy do what they want, but sometimes you really do have to shut them down and give yourself a bit more leeway.
Yeah, and especially when you half it, right? Like if G-Pride just wanted to farm only, that's understandable. But they want, like, half their team wanted to fight, the other half wanted to farm. That's the problem, and that's where like the disconnect was there with the Darkseer, and then what the Ember and the Tusk wanted to do.
Now you've got Bloodseeker Shard, Aegis. Cheese goes to the Kunkka with another Arcane Rune. It's been pretty
also
difficult.
went for Gleipnir. Okay, not Mjolnir this game. I mean, that's a little bit of extra magic damage for the PL illusions as well, right?
Nice.
It's kind of nice. Yeah, and Root.
Yeah, exactly. More catch and more root, right? I was just about to bring up the point. It's been difficult for... it's just cat dying. No one cares about that. Where we've seen...
I mean, when you're... Oh, a gem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, do we care? We do care about that.
We definitely care about that.
It's been difficult for the Ember, the PL, Darkseer, like, normally very elusive heroes, dealing with displacement tools like X-Mark, Toss. And now you've got this... There's DP who's got BKB Hood just running at you. So you're getting really displaced in these team fights. You know, moved around. Or Tusk. Yeah. Bye-bye, Dismar. I've just not been playing their game.
Nah. At this point, they're just autopiloting. And they're just hoping that this Phantom Lancer with the heart can actually do something. But Inverse, look at their heroes. They got 2 cores ahead of the Phantom Lancer. And these are 2 cores that actually counter the Phantom Lancer with items.
By a pretty big margin as well, like a 5k difference. between PL and Bloodseeker.
Radiant's middle tower.
And they've got both of these lanes pressing in now towards high ground. Aegis still there for 3.5 minutes. Exorcism up at level 3. Ready to go bottom if they want to. They did already chip away at that tier 3 tower a little bit. PL just spamming out illusions, trying to burn their mana before the fight kicks off properly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Tusk, yeah, Tusk, Falcon Blade into Sigil. So he forgoes any kind of blink or, you know, glimmer, anything, Force Staff, whatever. Straight into that Aghanim Shard on the Tusk.
I like this Sigil. It's very nice, especially if you can get it off with the wall back combo. Just keep them slowed down.
Vacuum Wall.
There it is.
Straight in onto
Where's the
them.
shard? Oh, shard's on
Slowed
cooldown,
down
though.
tremendously. He just claimed up there. Bloodseeker now has to contend with these illusions that are chasing them out of the base. So they don't get that tier 3. Kunkka going to X-mark himself back to Fountain. But he'll be able to regen up himself and a couple of others with his bottle charges. Keep that push sustained and going.
To be fair, Inverse can just take a chill pill, you know, just go middle. Take this
Yeah.
tier 2. Make G-Pride fight outside the base. They already used the wall. And G-Pride, like, if you're going to use this wall back combo, you got to combine it with the Ice Shard. You need the Ice Shard to lock those heroes in, make them have to run around. And that's your opportunity to just, like, jump your opponent under their tier 3 tower. So, they do get the Bloodseeker's Aegis, which is nice, but I feel like they could have killed one more hero there, or at least forced the BKB.
Hey, he's still on a 9-second BKB on Bloodseeker. Miggy as well, I guess, as well, yeah. Both very
They all
fresh.
do. Everyone's BKB is still 9 seconds,
True.
even though they got it like 9 minutes ago.
DP walks high ground, straight into them, but the blink toss. Flax counter-initiates beautifully, and they've slain Tau. Just a matter of seconds there, and dragging back this greedy guy. Dark Seer into the waiting arms of Tiny and Kunkka, but they didn't torrent, they didn't boat. They just rely on that toss back again. Move him around the fight, now rupture him so he can't run away. And Phantom Lancer, he's just hitting creeps. He's been X-marked. And it's continual aggression from Inverse. 2 heroes down with no buyback. And Exo's back up in 30 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Doesn't even look like they'll need it.
Bottom barracks are under attack.
Phantom Lancer can be a bit of a pest, though, defending this high ground, spamming out all these Lancers now with his shard. And difficulties do begin here for Inverse. Alright, they'll jump in onto the Phantom Lancer, doppelgangers, the snowball punch, the double BKBs for Inverse. Allow them to stand their ground, and again, this X-Mark torrent. Miggy has been on point, catches out a couple more, and the GG's got to be coming soon. Your PL's gone for over a minute, your bot lane of barracks is in disarray.
Bottom barracks are under
Inverse with 5 heroes still alive, and an X-Mark, yeah, TP home, regen up,
bottom barracks
grab some clarities, and return to that bottom lane push.
has fallen.
Just looks like
Radiant's middle
just simple to execute situation now. They're gonna go for the wall combo.
That's a good back wall. They've killed off Slaw. Oh, no, they haven't. AA's out of there. Gets an Ice Blast off with his dying move. Cat finally takes him down with a one touch of the poison attack. 2-man chains from the Ember Spirit, but you're
Exo's
still
back
without
up
your
too.
Phantom Lancer. And yeah, Exo will allow them to push into these objectives much easier.
middle tower has
Died to the fountain.
Oh, Ember
Died in the
Spirit.
fountain with the ice blast. Yeah.
Oh, Ember Spirit. You jumped in here. You're trying your best. Let you lose your life. Bleeding out even further while that Phantom Lancer's still dead. And a second lane for Inverse.
has fallen.
Well, we go back to that starting move, the opening line. I wonder how Tau feels now.
Oh yeah. now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that.
Radiant's
What was the response from Parker? I'm not
think
stupid.
I mean, yeah, it must have been something like "I'm not stupid."
Well, he's just going to
sad
BKB
face.
and run towards them. Vacuum does nothing to the triple BKBs of Inverse. And G-Pride, time to cower and hide back in your fountain. And Argius, he's in on top of the Kunkka. Miggy with a good torrent. Still has that radiance burning away at the Phantom Lancer. And Parker runs forward with the Gleipnir, catching the real one in it. Down goes the PL yet again this game. Tau, he's jumping around with these remnants. Does kill off the Kunkka in the middle of all that, but mega creeps are coming.
That's got 900 gold for the kill. Yay! But you lost all your base. Big holes in your base. And Parker just doesn't care. He's just chilling here. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's a GG. All right. I mean,
Yeah.
but you know what, Gary? I hate to say it, but this might be one of the worst performances on Darkseer I have ever seen. And I want to, like, if I was to give 80% of the reason why they lost this game is because Darkseer refused to play with this team. He just farmed. Like, if you're gonna play like that, just go play carry. Don't play Darkseer. You know, and Inverse, like, they played a very solid game. They died middle with the Kunkka, but you know, they helped him recover by giving him stacks. Bottom lane, the Tiny took advantage of Viper, got DP a decent game, but you know, they were still losing out on last hits on all 3 lanes pretty much. And G-Pride, they just got too greedy at the end of the day and didn't really play together and just let Inverse get to all their item timings, and eventually this Phantom Lancer couldn't play the game because Inverse